All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday. Yes, it's Monday afternoon, evening, whatever, wherever you are. And you know what? Crypto did all right. And we didn't dump with the Monday stock market open, everybody back to work. And we didn't exactly pump either for Doge, particularly. Doge tried to get over 15.4 again as resistance there. It's the bottom of the red box. And we had two attempts at it here around 12:30 and then again at 3 o'clock. And it didn't hold. But that is the momentum we had this morning, was going upward. So now the pullback here was taking out some new leverage longs, and we can look at the leverage trading. There's a lot of leverage got taken out today, mostly on the short side, particularly with Bitcoin going up to $94,700 here. And that was all new long leverage being taken out. So Bitcoin was on a run, ETH was on a run, and even XRP. Yes, our good friend XRP got back in its purple box. So Doge is lagging right now. And then we had the big move by SHIB. Somehow SHIB went on this big run this morning and is just selling all the way back down. So SHIB is now down to the point where it was here on Sunday. So despite having this buying that happened, it's selling back all the way back down. It lost to zero and then gained it back. So that's what happened with SHIB. But yeah, XRP is having a nice day today, up 11% and is holding very strong for the XRP holders out there. I'm sure the Prince William will be joining us later, but there's a good little XRP move. So what's going on today? Well, first, CNB says Venezuela may have quietly amassed a Bitcoin reserve worth tens of billions of dollars. So kind of interesting that Venezuela was hoarding a bunch of Bitcoin. And guess what? The U.S. might seize those coins and add them to the U.S. strategic reserve. How do we do that? Apparently the guy who's got the keys to the Venezuelan Bitcoin wallets is on the loose. He's on the loose. So I don't know how the U.S. is going to get those coins, but God, Bitcoin, unbelievable, right? Why not, right? If you have an opportunity to steal some Bitcoin, why don't you just take it? What else we got going on? Gold, silver, and now copper are all pushing higher at the same time. That almost never happens in a healthy expansion. It's capital quietly repositioning as liquidity tightens and growth expectations start slipping. So this is exactly the opposite of what you would see when you've got crypto going up, you've got stocks going up. Why are the precious metals going up too? That is strange. It's strange. Gold usually moves first when trust fades. Silver follows when fear spreads. When copper joins the move, it's a sign that real economic pressure is starting to surface beneath the headlines. When all three rise together, it's not a bullish signal. It's a warning that funding conditions are tightening in the background. And we're like, okay, well, I get it. Gold, silver, copper, all up, but crypto's all in the green. We're all in the green on crypto. So that's kind of kind of strange. We would normally not see all of that happening at once. The S&P 500 was up today. The NASDAQ was up today. The Dow Jones was up today. Gold was up today. Silver was up today. Copper hit new, I don't know whether it's an all-time high or local high, but 6-cent copper was a big deal. And this up and down action on Doge right now is all just games being played for the leverage, right? Now, Bitcoin Census says a short squeeze is in full effect. And no, not really. It's not. These guys on crypto Twitter just say shorts. It's not a short squeeze. It's just the market makers taking out a bunch of shorts. So much so, in fact, that the open interest now has flipped. The open interest, which are leverage trades, has flipped from being predominantly green to now more on the red side, meaning there are now more short positions open than longs, which is kind of interesting. As prices are going up, we are seeing more and more shorts opening up because the leverage traders don't trust this rally. And they're trying to time the top of this relief rally, which I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even Ryan said he was going to be like shorting, and I'm just like, I don't know. But there's a lot of other people shorting. But then there were, over the last 24 hours, $523 million of leverage wiped out, over $400 million on the short side. $400 million on the short side. So do you wonder why prices were going up? Was it just manipulation? Again, we wouldn't see gold, silver, copper, NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and crypto all going up at the same time. It typically doesn't work that way. So this is different. What's going to win out? We shall see. For now, though, we've got some pretty good prices in crypto. We have seen momentum going up. Bitcoin just blasted through its yellow box, which is a special box I made just for Bitcoin. But you see this white line right here? See that white line? That's the line that I drew a week ago. And Bitcoin is following it exactly. Look at that. That's the line I drew a week ago, where I said, come the new year, Bitcoin is going to go on a relief rally. And look at that. It's following my line. Kriss was right again. I'm making up for the times I wasn't right last year. But that was so last year, 2025. So long ago, I hardly remember it. I hardly remember it. We're thinking 2026 now, baby. 2026. Because 2025 didn't really work out like we thought it would. So here we go. Here we go. I should just draw the line up to 250,000. Yeah. If I'm so good, right, I should just draw it up to the moon. Just keep drawing higher and higher and higher. And it will certainly follow. Most certainly it will follow. So yeah, that's kind of interesting that the shorters are coming out. The shorters are coming out. So that's flipping over. And then we've got, hey, Crypto Rover reminds us, so far, the 4-year cycle is still in play. Like Kriss has been saying, I am not into this whole super cycle, extended cycle. Look at the business cycle. Look at the ISM data. Look at the blah, 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 blah. Raoul Paul, Tom Lee, blah, 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 blah. No, Kriss is not. I'm a short-term bull, Grinix. I'm a short-term bull. Longer term, this is why I bring this chart up. This is why I bring this chart up. 2014, 2018, 2022, And now here we are, 2026. Now, see this green right here? See that going up? That was the relief rally we had in 2022. That's that right there, relief rally. I think we are experiencing that right now. The relief rally, as predicted for January. Relief rally. But what follows? Dump. Here we had a relief rally. 2018, there was a relief rally. And what happened? It dumped lower. So, unfortunately, the cycles are still in play. The 4-year cycle for Bitcoin is still in play. Now, I know you're going to say, Dogecoin didn't have a 4-year cycle. Actually, it did. It front ran Bitcoin again. Just front ran it a little sooner because of the whole Trump presidency. You won the election. Elon Musk and Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, like all of that stuff got Dogecoin to do an early bull run. And a lot of alts did too. And so we had kind of like a mini alt season at the end of 2024. It totally front ran Bitcoin. But Bitcoin still hit a new all-time high in early October 2025. So the 4-year cycles do line up somewhat with what Bitcoin did in the 4-year cycles prior. So that is what we're seeing. Now, we're going to have a little relief rally going on now. That's what we're experiencing. But overall, yeah, we'll see. Trader Allen says on Dogecoin, we've retested the same trend line 3 times, now ready for a surge. That's right. We had this downward sloping. This is long time, goes all the way back to 2021. And then we hit it 3 times for support, the final retest being on New Year's Eve. A good way to end 2025. Just dumb. 11.6 cents. Hey, if any of you bought that 11-cent tasty Dogecoin, good for you. We had a few the other day. People were saying, yeah, I got some of that. 11.6, 11.7. That was a good time to buy, right when there was this whole tax loss harvesting thing going on, right? New Year's Eve. Lopsy, you got some 11.9. It's all good, baby. All good. All good. 67, of course, right. One of these days, that's going to get old, my friend. It's going to get old. But yeah, so we've got the pinger on. The pinger was going off before I went live. So we'll see whether we get a turnaround or something here, because I don't like the momentum ending and us going back down. I don't like that. Another interesting chart to look at is Bonk. Now, I was thinking about selling Bonk on New Year's Eve. I'm so glad I didn't do that. Because Bonk, since New Year's Eve, Bonk has gone up 67%. I just had to, Ryan. I just had to. Charlotte, did you hear that? Bonk, since New Year's Eve, has gone up 67%. It's just one of those things, you know. It's just one of those things. Kriss likes to have his fun. And I knew Ryan would like that too. So yeah, so there's that, right? Remember when 69 was the thing? Now it's 67. Oh God. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing there? Let's do some Q&A, right? That's what we got going on. We're waiting for this train to turn back around, see if we can get back up into that red box, that pesky red box at 15.4. It's like, come on, Doge. We've been waiting. What is 69? Yeah, really. I know. Elon still talks about 420 and 69, but us, we moved on. Sunshine, how are you? Been busy buying a new house. Hey, congratulations. Or are you still trying? You don't have one yet. You put any bids in? Make some offers? 69 is still a thing. Yeah. Still a thing. Oh, man. Whoopsie, took my advice, buying on the red candles. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. Hey, Matt, how are you? The cycle charts show diminishing roads to market peaks. Could this continue until the cycles invert? No, it's just a flattening out. It's just a flattening out. Here. It's flattening out because of the bigger market cap is all it's doing. Because now, Bitcoin's over $1 trillion market cap, and it wasn't back in 2021, and it was much less in 2017. So there was higher percentage moves. This is all based on percentages, right? Higher percentage moves, 2017, and then 2021, and now 2025 into 2026. It's just flattening out. It won't invert. You just won't see those same percentage gains anymore because of market cap. That's what I think. Hey, there we go. Come on, Doge. Listen to Kriss. Listen to Kriss. So when toggled to 3 or 6 month or a year on CoinGlass, you see some serious green and yellow lines between 110 and 120. Yeah. On the heat maps, you zoom out, you see a bigger picture, right? But on that, we are seeing more shorts now than longs because the longs have pretty much gotten wiped out the last 3 months of 2025, right? We saw the longs just get obliterated. So we'll show that. We'll show that here. Let's look at one of those big time frames, like 6 months, F1. You think so? Let's look at the 6 month. Because that'll show some big longs out there, right? Yeah. All these up here, well, especially up here at 126, right? Those are still open. There's a lot of them still open. Hundreds of millions of dollars. These guys, I'd be closing your position there and just taking the win. I mean, you got it all the way down into the 80s. What are you going to do? You're just going to keep feeding your position, hoping it goes down lower, and we're in a relief rally now. What? So yeah, that's a lot that's up there. And then there's a lot in the in these 110. This is 116 to 117. And here is 111, 110. Yeah. So there's a lot up here. Hundreds of millions of dollars. And they're still open. Close the short, like take the win. But if we zoom in and we look at the more immediate action, let's say on the 1 week, well, no, you really got to go back to see it true. You got to go back to what? 10 December. So that's a 1 month. There we go. So these are all the leverage trades made in the last 1 month. So you can see, right, all of these price moves of Bitcoin going up and up and up are taking out all of these shorts. So this is what it's been getting wrecked for the past 5 days. But we're building a bunch of longs down here at 86. 86.1, 86.2, right in that range. Those big yellow lines. $500 million right there. So that's what people are looking at. And then there's CME gaps too. And there's that whole discussion as well. So that's what's going on. We just want Doge to get over 15.4. Let's set this, what's resistance now, into support. That's what I want to see now. I still think we're going to see Doge at 10 cents. I would expect that maybe in the summertime, not anytime soon. The purple box might be a good selling point. If you've got, if you bought in low and we get back into like 20-cent Doge, then taking some profits might be a good idea. Might be a good idea. What am I looking for now? Oh yeah, XRP is back into its purple box here. So XRP did go on a nice run. Doge still trying to get back in its red box. You asked a question and it won't post, Dave? Oh, you must have had a naughty word in there somewhere. Try it again with some different words. Yep, lots of longs down at 86. Yep. There you are, Dave. Took profits in the 40s. Back in at 14. 180,000 shares. We'll call them coins when it comes to Dogecoin instead of shares. Shares is a stock thing. So let's call them coins. Want to sell at a peak rally and then get back in at 9 and 10. Those would be awesome swing trades. So yeah, we'll watch this relief rally. At some point in time, you're going to have to bite the bullet if you think it's going to go back down to 9, 10 cents. You're not going to get exactly the top. So you're going to have to watch that. Me, I'm just holding. And I'm just waiting for the summer to buy more crypto. I'm just taking my time now. I did good. I did good last cycle. So I'm just biding my time now. Can it keep going up? Sure, it can. I don't think, though, that the market makers are going to let it go up that much because there's going to be some longs to take out. But again, this was my prediction here, was in this white line. And I thought we would see Bitcoin come all the way up to about 100K right here later this month. This was my prediction for January. And sometimes I get my monthly predictions correct. So this was mine for Bitcoin coming up here. And so far, we're off to a good start. 5 big, solid green candles in a row to start the year. That's awesome, right? Awesome. Let's go. Look at Dogecoins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big candles. Now, Bitcoin is interesting if you go to the yearly, right? And you see the yearly chart. This is pretty incredible here on the yearly chart. Remember, it was 3 greens and a red, 3 greens and a red, and then we had 1, 2. Didn't have the third for 2025. It ended up being red. But what's happening now is the green for 2026, even though we're only 5 days in, has already eclipsed where Bitcoin started on January 1st, 2025. We're already higher than that. So this is different. We've never seen this before. This is different. So there's a lot of discrepancies in the crypto charts right now. Of course, Dogecoin had a big red candle for 2025. We've got a long ways to go in 2026 to get up to 32 cents. Got 31.6 or so. Probably right around 31.67, I think, Ryan. It's where we started January 1st, 2025, right around 31.67. You know, just a number. Just a number. Auto in. Oh, I just have to zoom out here. There we go. Right now, the longing and shorting is mixed, but there's more shorting going on than longing right now. We just looked at that right here. It's flipped over from more longs to more shorts now. So it just flipped over. The traders are not believing this rally on Bitcoin, and so they're shorting, and especially right up here, right at 94,700 there. So they're shorting, not believing this rally will continue. How do we know when the relief rally will end? We won't know until it's well over. We don't know whether it's a mini pullback as part of the relief rally or it's a true turnaround. We won't know until days after. So you had to break open your Doge piggy bank. Sunshine, sometimes you got to do that. Hey, when I took profits a year ago, people were giving me shit about it. And I'm just like, sorry, I had a house to buy. Well, Sunshine, you have a house to buy. I get it, right? I was there last year. I was there. And it hurt me to sell all that Doge. I didn't want to sell it, but I had a house to buy. So. Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys are so bad. Scandalous, yes. How high can the relief rally go? I just covered that. If something big enough happened, could that discontinue the bear market? Yep. Dogecoin still has the potential of breaking out all on its own. And if it's big enough, it could get a lot of things following. So. Lopsy. So the market makers manipulate prices, and that's how they make money. Yes. The purpose of not letting it go up is so that they can more easily crash it down to grab a bunch of those new leveraged longs we just looked at, right? These down here. The market makers would like to get Bitcoin down to 86. If it gets going up too high, they're going to take the loss. The exchanges will take the loss on those leverage trades. And we don't know. There could be 10x, 20x, 40x leverages here. It doesn't tell you what the leverage amount is on each of those trades, just what the dollar value is. But yes, that's how the market makers make money. Liquidating. The exchanges pay them to liquidate. So the exchanges don't lose money. Yeah, Bitcoin is starting to pull back. My Dogecoin momentum is coming to a quick close here. So is the SHIB one. Look at that. SHIB just falling back down after a nice run earlier. I think there was some rally there. There was, from the tax loss harvesting at the end of 2025, there was a bunch of buying early in 2026. And as each daily green candle posted, more and more people were buying Bitcoin, thinking it was probably a bigger rally. So not just liquidations. Yeah, I don't know if there will be a potential continuation of an upward trend for Dogecoin. It will be just, right now it's kind of following Bitcoin. But the memes have been outperforming until today. I think Bitcoin has held up better today than a lot of other cryptos. So we'll see. So how am I doing? Well, thanks for asking, DB. That's nice. How I'm doing. I'm looking forward to 2026. Got some big changes coming in 2026. Got some big changes coming. I'll just leave it at that. Big changes. So, yeah. Thinking more about the future and changing things up a little bit. So, been moving things around. I'll probably only be here in this office space for another month, maybe 2, because we're planning on moving things around. So, but for now, this is good. This is good here. Going to do a lot more traveling. 2026, looking forward to that. I know, Campo, right? I mean, you end up making a bunch in crypto and you got a bunch of money sitting around. It's like, why not enjoy it a little bit, right? I mean, I love talking to you guys every day. I really do. But I got some other things I want to do. But thanks for asking, DB. Thanks for asking. I like to plan. I'm a planner. So I'm a planner. You have a military friend that's got about 1 million Doge, long-term holder. He talks of selling on this move up and buying back in. I, on the other hand, say HODL. Yeah, I'm not doing swing trading. I know I can't time it that perfectly. I mean, what if the move up is happening and he gets to a point where, okay, he thinks it's time to sell and he sells, and then Elon comes out with something and Doge takes off and he's out of his position. I'm not risking that. I'm not risking that. So I'm just holding right now what I got. Just holding. All the long candles have mines in the gutter. Oh my God, you guys. Is X money with Dogecoin big enough to discontinue? Yep, it is. It is for Doge. Now, in October 2022, when Dogecoin doubled its price, when Elon bought Twitter, it was about 6 cents. It went up to about 14. When it fell back down, because we were in a bear market, it didn't go back to 6. It ended at about 7.5 or so. It did come back down quite a bit because we were in the bear market. I mean, FTX declared bankruptcy right after that. Bitcoin went down to $15,600. So yeah, Doge pulled back with the market. Couldn't hold those high gains. So I could see something like that happen. Is it enough to discontinue the whole bear market? No. Because X money would be something very specific because of Elon, right? Would be for Doge. You could see the rest of the market come up a little bit, which it did back in October 2022. We did have crypto kind of moving up because of Dogecoin leading in gains because of that Elon buying Twitter thing. Even though it wasn't specifically a Dogecoin thing, it was an Elon thing with this idea that, hey, maybe Dogecoin could be used on Twitter. Well, now here we are, right? A little over 3 years later, and now it looks like it actually may become a thing. X payments, X money. Back then it was Twitter. I think we were thinking that you could use Doge to maybe tip content creators. And Elon had even talked about it back then. It's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we could have a way to tip good content? Like maybe, and Elon said something like, well, maybe it'd be like one Dogecoin or something. I was like, yeah, tip in Doge, exactly. So the scuttlebutt on X money right now, I'm hearing, they're all rumors. I'm hearing like April now. And I'm just like, April? I don't want to wait till April, right? I want to be surprised and I want it now. So, yeah. Yeah. You guys. Bum, 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 bum. Mamba's back. Love the channel. Awesome. X Money removed the launching in 2025. I didn't check this. Bad, Kriss. Bad, Kriss. It's probably because I gave them so much shit about it. Yeah, it's gone. It's all gone. Thanks for letting me know, JH. Thanks for letting me know. They removed it. Still haven't made a post, but they removed it. Wow, look at that. I wonder if all my posts finally did something here. I'll take credit for that. I will take credit for that. No, not a baby. Right. Dude. Oh, no. Where am I going to move the live streams to? Still working on that. Still working. Looking forward to your cruise in February. Well, enjoy your cruise. I will be planning one. I'm going to plan a cruise. And anybody who wants to hang out on a cruise ship can come. I'm gonna do something like that. Buy low when it drops to 5. Well, you had your opportunity last few years ago to buy 5-cent Doge. I don't think it's going that low again. I don't think it's going to hit 5 cents. But hey, that's just me. I need to get above 23 cents to break even. May be here a while. Let's see if Elon comes through. No, it's not just Elon. I mean, Doge can go. We got Doge OS coming out. That could help. Maybe end of the month, beginning of February, Doge OS. Planning's good. Yep. Planning is good. I talked to a Democrat who told me I might be pregnant. Nick spilled the beans. Ryan is actually Elon. That's how it works. Chudwack, I mean, we've got a core group of people that are here, enjoy themselves. But there are others come in, new ones. And some old ones like yourself just pop in every now and then and make a comment that's just kind of, I don't know, not helpful. If you make a profit, be happy. The easy part is buying. The hard part is selling. Do you lose more money? Do you get over greedy? Greed is a thing. It's a real thing that you have to battle. It's greed. Yeah, we're here no matter what. Yes. Charlie changed her name again. My opinion, Boss Explorer says, Doge will never fall this bad again. I think from here, we're just going to go up, up. I would love that. I would love that for everybody. Although I still want to buy more at a lower price, I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah, internally. Internal. Explain. Oh, Chadwick. Ah, Dogecoin to the moon, you say. I know, April. I get that's a rumor. There's nothing official about it. Something they may be waiting for, like all the states' money transmitter licenses, of which I think they pulled their application in New York, and they're just never going to get that. Are we back? We are so back. Will's back. Hey, Will. We talked about XRP earlier. Just to let you know. Nice run up to 233 for XRP. Look at that. 233. Back in its purple box even. So very nice move on XRP. Yeah, Elon's in the chat. And we had no knowledge. A Dogecoin cruise. Yes. I told you. I'm a planner. I plan these things. Well, let's give it a 1.5. Come on. 1.6%, Chadwick. Better than red. We had a lot of those days. Better than red. Pepe's down 4% today. Did you know that? Yes, Pepe's down 4. Doge is up 1.5. I'll take it. What if it was just a bad dream? You know, this morning in my video, I was talking about the dead cat bounce, right? Pax Cat was not happy. He's like, Dad, you're Sid, dead cats. Don't talk about dead cats. I don't want to hear about dead cats. Right? And I'm just like, oh, sorry. Had to do it, though. Teresa likes the Doge cruise. All right. Yeah. How long for the relief rally? See, I think it's almost like a 4-week thing. Again, bigger time frames, but we will see. Yeah, where's our friend Khan? What'd you do to him, Nick? We weren't making fun of him. I know that. We weren't making fun of him. So, but he said he was going to be starting this YouTube channel, and he was going to, like, I don't know, he was going to start doing like leverage trading on stuff, and I think he got liquidated. So Matt got into Doge around 5 cents, and then some more in 6 cent range. Average cost now with your, yeah, it's like more like 12 cents. Yeah, you were down just a little bit, but now back up in the green. Greed is good. Well, greed is good unless you hold too long because you think it's going to go higher and then it drops and you are ready to sell. That's when greed is not good. I could get used to the green. Love in 2026 so far. Yes, Karinder. 2026, here we go back to the daily chart and we see green candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the date? January 5th. 5 green candles. So far, pretty good. DN Bland. or DNB land, 20 cents, you'll be out. That might be a swing trade. I don't know. That might be a swing trade. I haven't heard anything about weapons deals being made in crypto. Haven't heard. But if the United States wants to collect more Bitcoin, they know a way to do it. They'd rather just go invade your country and take it. If they can find the guy who's got the keys to the Venezuelan Bitcoin, right? They got to find the guy. Good things happen in April. Yeah, like April Fool's Day. Is your birthday April Fool's Day, Turbo? That would fit, right? That would be so appropriate, right? Turbo's birthday being April 1st. Flo still thinks we're going to get to 15.7, break into the red box. All right. Your portfolio is up 40% over the past week. Well, if you've got Pepe, Pepe's already pulling back. Yep. Elon said X Money launches soon. I wonder what soon means. I know, with his schedules, with Elon, you never know. Never know. Hope this lasts till the end of the month. That was my prediction, Will. So we'll see whether that holds true. Shiba consolidating. No. No. Shiba's not consolidating. Shiba went on a big run and it's pulling back now. You think it's going to consolidate right here at 0009? No, we'll see. But this big run this morning was unexpected. And I was tracking because there was some guy yesterday, right? Who was it you? Were you the one? No, it was somebody else who was talking about SHIB. And I was just like, I don't know. I see a downward channel. And so I drew this channel. And then look what happened this morning. Broke out of the channel, came down, retested it as support, and then took off. Classic move. Classic move for SHIB. But it couldn't hold this gain. Way, way overbought. Too quick. So we'll see whether it holds 9. And then I'll say, okay, Kavitha was right. Consolidating here. We'll see. Four weeks. You want it to be a 4-month relief rally. Hey, if we can get to April, that would be awesome too. Yep, Pepe down, Doge up. That's just the way it is. What are you woo-hooing? The Pepe down part or the Doge up? Is that a sarcastic woohoo? If it's a sarcastic woohoo, you got to put one of those little emojis after the woohoo. And then I'll know, oh, he's just being sarcastic, right? Go Doge. I should do Dogecoin lives every day, forever and ever. I'll try. I will try. But I do take days off. Saturdays are off again because I got stuff I'm doing on Saturdays. So we're skipping Saturdays right now. New Year's Eve was the bottom. Maybe. It's still a short period of time. Here's to you, right? Yes, Pepe had a great 4 days, no doubt, right? So you can cherry pick different coins over different periods of time, but when I look to 2025, particularly October 10th to the end of the year, Pepe dropped by a lot more percentage-wise than Dogecoin did. We looked it up the other day. So don't get all high and mighty about the first 4 days of 2026, thinking that Pepe is like so much better than Doge. No, go back and look at the price difference from October 10th to December 31st. On the downside, Pepe versus Doge. So, yeah. You could sell at 20 and then Doge takes off. Would you take that risk? What if Elon tweets? Exactly. That's why swing trading with Dogecoin is always risky. You might be out of your trading Doge when something crazy happens. The 8th is your birthday. Close to a full. Well, here's to you. You can say all that Pepe stuff you want, but again, you're cherry picking dates and times, and you're trying to get people to start talking about hamburgers again, Chudwack. Eric, Bitcoin goes to 100K. What would those put? Yeah, so Doge would be like 20 cents, I think. That's what I'm expecting that. Hey, Kronos, how are you? Yeah, he's 1 week removed from a fool. Hey, John, welcome. April 8th. We might see Elon on Mars, but still no X money. That's interesting that they took out the launching in 2025 thing. Somebody actually paid attention and took it out. That's interesting. Just keep buying. Takes Elon a week to make minute rise. Oh, yeah. Gold, Bitcoin, silver, stock market are going up today. Low roller. Just go back and listen to the first 5 minutes of this live stream. I covered that. I said, now that's different, is what I said. Now that's different. Exactly. The problem is I've had no conviction to buy Doge to lower my price because I was lowering every other crypto's average, but I may have to buy on the next huge dump. If Bitcoin drops to 86K, there'll be some juicy prices on alts. Yep. Thank you, Chucky Chuck. F1, thinking of buying a couple shit coins, watching the crypto bubble, seeing oddball. What the hell is that? Right? I know, right? You're never going to know which is the one that does it, though. You're never going to know. I tried that last cycle on a few, and I picked wrong when it came to those. I picked wrong. Right now, the government shutdown is looking, low roller, like it may be less likely to happen, or if it does, it'll be short. That's what people are saying now. It would be the end of January when it would happen. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, he just created that account? Yeah, definitely. Buy. We need Michael Jackson back. You know, that account, whoever that was, did say some really good things. But then just got in this whole black and white thing. And I told him to stop like 5 times. He could have come back on another account. It would have been fine. Nope. Hey, music. Yeah, let's break 15.4. I know, right? That is strong resistance up there. Strong, strong. And Momtaz as well, right? Momtaz was entertaining. Again, just crossed over the line too many times. You'll take profit at 30 cents. Yeah, Raiden is still around. Raiden actually gave away some Dogecoin the other day. That was fun. Holding Doge teaches you patience. That it does. And a lot of these people here agree. That does take patience. Yeah, and I wouldn't bet against Elon Musk. Doge Elon Mars? You still got your spell tokens, low roller? Dr. Doge, hello? I know. What's this Canton network thing? Now, Zcash, I understand that. But this Canton thing, no idea. Yeah, that whole Venezuela thing, Nick. Yep. Matt wants to know the fear and greed. So the Dogecoin fear and greed guy stopped posting. So we only have the Bitcoin fear and greed now that we can look at. So let's look at where that is now, because it's all we got. We're back in fear, 26. Somebody had it back in 40, up at 40 this morning. It must not have been this one. Different one. Who's going to feed Maduro if the U.S. shuts down again? Yeah. All those Maduro memes, God, they were so funny. I mean, that's the beauty, right? It's just people just kind of having fun with this stuff. Man in the Mirror, good song. Yeah. Good song. My favorite Michael Jackson song. I'll have to think of that. I'll have to think of that. You were there when I blocked him, called me old? Yeah, it was probably an old thing. Homesick from work today, John? I hope you feel better. How's ExxonMobil doing? We looked at it the other day. Canton is working with the DTCC. Yep, still got your spell tokens. I don't lose money until I sell. Doge Elon. Yeah. Smooth Criminal. I know, yeah, lots of good ones. That red box thing will soon be our support. It's trying. That is one of the strongest support lines I've seen, or resistance lines I've seen in a long time. It's right there. And this red box hasn't moved from when this was support. So it's now resistance, and it's showing its true color. Red. Red. Let's see if I go to my I cannot play any Michael Jackson songs. That would be bad. That would be bad. But I do have quite the library, quite the playlist of Michael Jackson songs. Which are somewhere. Where's my Michael Jackson playlist? Boop, 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 boop. I know, I'll just have to no. Here we go. Thriller? Smooth Criminal, Bad, Black or White, Man in the Mirror, Earth Song, Heal the World. Who Is It? Speechless, The Way You Make Me Feel. Yeah, good ones. Billie Jean. Leave Me Alone. Dangerous, Liberian Girl. That's a good one. Stranger in Moscow. So yeah, lots of good ones. You know, just Michael Jackson stuff. All good. All good. CDC, how are you? Pretty Young Thang, PYT. Billie Jean is not my love. I don't know what happened to Bull Run. Yep. Bull Run hasn't been back for a number of months. Probably just out doing other things, especially when the bull market wasn't really a bull market anymore, right? I use my skill game slot machine and gas station profit to look free bonuses. Didn't lose any real money. Coin Codex says Dogecoin at 33 cents on August 18th. They've never really been right about anything. That's right. And if you notice, their prices, they just keep generally going up and up and up and up and up. There's no pullbacks. So it's nothing. Nothing. Pups hasn't been around because I was giving him so much shit about Sheeb. Right? He could have come today, though. It was a good day for Sheeb. Today would have been the day for Pups to show up. But nope. Good day for Sheeb. See if it holds. And as usual, when you see these pumps, right? You see these pumps, it usually comes back down to about half the level and flattens out. Again, that's sort of the classic move, right? Of a crypto pump. When everything else is just kind of, you know, going sideways or a little bit up, this is what you see. So that makes sense. See if it holds. Pengu. Will Pengu get to a penny? That's my target. Oh, it's 1.3. What? Oh, you think it's going to pull back to a penny now? That's the red line here. That's penny. If it's indeed a relief rally and there's going to be a big pullback, Pengu can come back down to a penny. Yes. I didn't do a Q1 2026 for Doge. I did January, and then I did the whole year on my 2026 Dogecoin price prediction. And I will then, and from there, I will do it month at a time. So next will be the February price prediction. But I don't do that until we're actually on February 1st. Because you really can't predict like a whole quarter ahead. So much can happen in 3 months. Coin Codex says we were supposed to be rich a year ago. Yeah, that didn't happen, right? Oh, we're rich. We just don't know it yet. You sold all your shit coins, huh? Yeah. I admit I still have a little SHIB left. In my KrissPax DCA portfolio, there's still some SHIB. And but I don't have any more shit tokens. But I do have the Bonk and the Pengu and the Pepe that I will sell at some point in time. So, who else sold? You got to be a little more clear than that. And you all doesn't apply to everybody. I know when I sold and I made a lot of money. So I'm not you all. Kabuto King. Yeah, I'm not touching any of that stuff, low roller. The Pokemon cards or the crypto token. Not touching it. You sold your altcoins? Yeah, I'm going to end up there eventually. I'm going to end up there. I was planning on doing a lot of selling October and Moonvember, and it just didn't happen. So I'm still holding stuff that I was planning on selling. I'm still holding it. That YYAI stock, it did a split. Ugh. Sorry about that, F1. Yep. Ugh. Yeah. Especially if anything is going to do a reverse split, you sell it on the last day, right before it splits. You sell it. You don't hold through a reverse split on a stock. Never, ever, ever. That is financial advice. Forgot about de facto. Remember? October? I don't think this Kabuto King thing is even on TradingView. So I don't think it's there. Most of those tokens are not on TradingView. Kabuto. Well, there is a Kabuto on MEXC here. Is this it? 0.0027 Kabuto. Is this it? It's been around for a while, if this is it. Whoa. Beginning of December, it went on a huge run, up over a penny. And now it's 0.002. Yeah, that's not good. You don't want that, right? That's not good. If this is it, low roller, if this is indeed it, you don't want that. Nah, not good. All the devs and all the insiders took all their money out right there. Not good. The year is young. We are in moon. Comp. You know, compound is just one I never got into. And if it has crazy upside potential, that means it's lagging really bad. So yeah. Yeah, AMC. I've never touched that stock again. The dilution that Adam Aaron just keeps doing. How much is my tax? For 2025, it's going to be about $400,000. It's looking like about $400,000. So you asked, I answered. That is crazy tax. Crazy tax. The poor apes, exactly. Good night, Goose. Yeah, ouch is right. That's like 2 Somali daycares. Well, maybe I should just start a daycare so I can pay off my tax, right? Maybe I should start a daycare. That's what I could do with this house, right? Just start a daycare. Oh, 170K. But that means you did well. That's what that means. It means you did well. That's what you thought about comp too. Went nowhere, cut your losses. Yeah. Tax would pay off my house and my truck. Well, but instead I got to pay the IRS. The United States Treasury gets that money so that Kriss doesn't end up in jail. You wanted me to be live. I can't do live streams from jail, so I'm going to pay my tax. Time to start the Church of Doge. Oh, yeah. It's a religious organization. No, those taxes end up in Somali daycares. Is where they end up. You checked out some other Dogecoin streamers, huh, F1? Crypto Daily Trading Signals. Yeah, he's in Vietnam or Thailand or something. Yeah. I mean, Daryl's fun, right? He's very enthusiastic. And he splits his time between XRP and Doge. But hey, he's a lot of fun. I know, just borrow your neighbor's kids for a day. Whenever the inspectors are coming, right? Or like that one Somali daycare center got caught like with an ad hiring for young actors, kid actors who would act like they actually went to the daycare. It's like, that was so bad. That was so bad. That tax is why they make Jack Daniels, right? Yeah, when I write that check, oh man, I'm going to need some Jack. Let's go, Doge to the moon. If you extend payments, you have to pay interest. Yes. Yep. It is not free. If you don't get it all paid by April 15th, it is not free. They will charge you interest on the unpaid amount. I don't think the market is really going to pump because of that. It's just a thing. Doge dependence. I know, they're all Doge dependents. No, they're actually all my employees helping me figure out the crypto market. Oh. Yeah, we try and have fun here. Can't take life too seriously. That's why I like Dogecoin so much too. Because it's a meme after all. And it is kind of fun. Just doing Bitcoin live streams would just be so dull and boring. So thank you, F1. Appreciate it. Good night, sunshine. Somali daycares. I know, right? Yep. Well, not anymore. Trump administration took care of that. Aussie, how are you? Right, now that I sold my zone, yeah, it is going back up. What did it get up to today? 34 cents? Yeah. 34 cents. Oh, now 35. It is now 10 cents a share over what I sold it. But it reduces my taxes a little bit, but not as much as if I would have just held on. Hey, sometimes that happens. But yeah, what a shit stock that turned out to be. House of Doge, we're still building. They bought their shares for $1. So they're down, what, 66%? Tim Walz dropped out of the race for Minnesota governor. Yeah. Because he didn't want to deal with answering questions, and he probably knows that he did wrong. So, yeah. Yeah, XRP, we watched it. Still going up. That's a 4-hour chart. Let's get to the 30-minute. Yeah. Yeah, we saw it up here earlier in the stream. So slowing down right now, but that was a nice move earlier today. You're hoping for a miracle. And so I sold mine. Nick's still holding yours. Yeah, mine was like $1.77. And I sold for 25 frickin' cents. Bad. Yeah, Daryl, right? Too much coffee. Hey, but he's living the good life, right? Living the good life. Once you break close to even, you're out. Well, I just took the L. It's like done. I'll buy something else with the money and move on. Move on. You thought your 83 cents was bad. Yeah, mine is $1.77. No, I don't go under an LLC. I just pay my taxes as income on the ad revenue that I receive. Just goes into my income. I don't play those games and do all of that stuff. Will Waltz get indicted? Could be. A blow off top, then you'll sell. I don't know why this Bitcoin fear and greed is still in fear. I don't know. Yeah, Binance is 40 neutral. Anthony, good day to you. It was a good day for crypto. Some better than others. Like anything, every day is different. Cat food, definitely a deduction. He's an employee too. And I got to clean up his shit. The guy who did the Doge and fear and greed chart, he doesn't do it anymore. So I don't have a reference for a Dogecoin fear and greed. Compare the Doge and XRP 7-day price. Sure, we can do that. I got a tool that does that. It's right here. Dogecoin and XRP. 1 week. Look at that. In 1 week, Doge is actually outperforming XRP by a little bit. XRP is trying to catch up right now. XRP is in the blue. Doge is in the red. Any other comparisons we want to look at? We can look at daily. XRP today, better. We can look at the month. Doge is better in the month. But yeah, that big dip there on New Year's Eve was bad for Doge. And then we can go to the yearly. 1 year of time. XRP is better than Doge. Going back a year. Doge Bitcoin. Sure. Start with the daily. Let's do BTC. Yeah, a bit of divergence here. Bitcoin just didn't retrace like Doge did earlier today. On the week, Doge is a lot better than Bitcoin. Again, Doge is in the red and Bitcoin is in the blue here. So that's the week. Monthly, yeah, Dogecoin since the first, outperforming Bitcoin, overcame Bitcoin's sort of slow and steady versus Dogecoin's more volatile move. And then the year, Bitcoin will win, obviously, by like 50%. Shiba Inu. Well, Kavitha, you are trying to push that SHIB narrative. I know that. SHIB. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, so SHIB is all the way back, even with Doge, even after the big move that SHIB made this morning. Back to even on the day, or the last 24 hours. Even. The week, SHIB up a little bit over Doge on the week. The month, pretty even. The year, it's pretty even. Huh. I'd say that's pretty even. Doge and SHIB, pretty even. Interesting. Yeah, it's a nice little tool there to compare. Can XRP go on a 10x? I doubt it. $20 XRP? No. Could Doge get to its all-time high with X money, X payments? Probably not. We need more than that. We need, well, of course, obviously, it's going to do 100x. Yes, Nick. Let's not compare Doge and Pepe. All right. The universe is setting up the next Doge all-time high. For me, X money will not be adopted in the near future. X money is just false hopes and dreaming to win lotto. Anthony, I will predict that you will be wrong on this one. X money will be just fine. Kronos was doing the 2x. I must sound really, really slow now. Bitcoin Cash will be my next investment. Yeah, Will, what's up? Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin. Yeah, this is a really cool tool. Really cool. BCH. Bitcoin Cash. Well, this is the Doge page, so I need to change. See if I can manually change it here because I don't have this saved. Bitcoin. BTC. Let me see if this works. Yeah, it does work. BCH. So on the day, Bitcoin is over Bitcoin Cash. On the week, Bitcoin Cash is a little ahead of Bitcoin. In the month, Bitcoin Cash way above Bitcoin. In the year, Bitcoin Cash outperforming by about 45% Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash has done better than Bitcoin in almost all time frames. I did not know that. Wow. There you go. What tool is this? This is a this is an Indian page called the Economic Times, English edition. Is what this is. I'll have to post the link at some point in time because it's hard to find. Very hard to find. Somebody you were watching last week was talking about Dogecoin versus Bitcoin dominance, claimed Bitcoin dominance and Doge dominance will act very different soon. BTC too expensive, Doge great price. I agree. Yep. Dogecoin's price will go on a run, and so will the Doge dominance. Will get back over 1%. Yep. Well, Bitcoin will lag. Typically, yes. That's what we see. If XRP goes to $10, I'll be, yep. There's going to be a lot of selling before it gets to 10, though. 5 will be a big moment. Well, Crypto Iron Man, we just found out that X Money took that launching in 2025 note off of their page. Doesn't say that anymore. So, Litecoin looks like a buy. Yeah, I'm not buying any more Litecoin. Dogecoin is not going to be integrated in X Money at the start. I've been saying that for over a year. But that doesn't mean it won't someday. X Money will take time. Hopefully we get Doge tipping. That would be awesome. Doge OS, we're waiting to see. We got about a month before it launches to the public. The sleeping giant, Bitcoin SV. You're good with it being slow now. I know, right? Good night, Chainslayer. Doing good every day. I don't know why XRP went up. I don't really follow all the XRP news and what caused it to go on this nice run this morning. I don't know. I know, they couldn't even be original and change the coin count. It's also 21 million. You have to watch my Dogecoin price prediction video there, once dead, that I made 5 days ago or 4 days ago. Dogecoin 2026 Dogecoin price prediction. Yeah, launched internally. LOL. I agree with the LOL. I agree. Be selling your XRP at $9.99. $9.99. Yeah, it was just the other day. So you just go onto my my YouTube channel, hit videos, and it's right there. Dogecoin 2026 price prediction right there. And you'll see my whole outlook of Dogecoin, Bitcoin, the crypto market, not only for January, but also for the entire year. I talk about that in this video right here. So check that out. This morning, it was the dead cat bounce. The dead cat bounce. Pax Cat was not happy. How could you say dead cat bounce? I just had to. It's just one of those things. One of those things that I do. You're welcome. Appreciate it. I try and keep things real, but also entertaining the best I can. Kronos, did you keep your sheep or did you sell? We want to know. I still have my sheep. My sheep is in this little portfolio here, which is actually almost $23,000. This was the summer of 2023. I put $10,000 in, and apart from stacks losing $1,000, it's pretty good. 22,900, almost 23 again. And yeah, I've got the sheep. Well, sheep's down here now, but I'm back in the green, up 12% now. So that's about 2.5 years. But stacks was bad. That was a bad decision on stacks. Everything else is in the green. XRP up 300%. Still there. Doing good every day. Yes, still holding. You might pull it out when we regain 10. Entertaining Kriss video. Yes, I try and keep my videos entertaining. Whether it's my price predictions or dead cat bounces. All of that is FUD, XRP being delisted. No. That is all FUD. The X money thing is all for online payments, Anthony. You don't need an ATM card. You don't need a credit card. It's just online payments. You don't need a bank anymore. That's what Elon says. You just do it all. You just do it all online and you use X money. It's like PayPal, but it's going to be integrated into your whole social media experience on X, of which you're also going to have video calls, phone calls, like all of that is all coming. All within one app, the super app, X. Should have just kept the Twitter name. I don't know. Everybody still says Twitter. You chuckled. Yeah, dead cat bounce. I know, right? I was thinking this morning, like, yeah, we'll just call it dead cat bounce. Oh. A nice win for you on XRP. I know you can make money on XRP. I just don't like the project. I don't like Garlinghouse. I don't like Larson. I don't like what they do. I don't like what they stand for. It's like making a blockchain for CBDCs and getting in bed with all the banks and the institutions. That's not crypto. Doesn't mean you can't make money on XRP, though. My XRP average is 58 cents. I'm up 300%. Not bad. Not bad. PaxCat is an it, is what PaxCat is. Had surgery a long time ago and took care of that, and he's now an it. Poor PaxCat. There'll be no little PaxCats running around. I know you're trying to push your sheep. It just doesn't work on this channel, Kavitha. It doesn't work on this channel. Yes, Turbo, you're an it. Your pronoun is it. I'm an it. Yes, it does. No more little turbos running around. Have nuts. Yep. Oh, okay, guys. Hey, look, we're trying to make a run up to 15.4 again. We will see whether that hits. I'll be live again tomorrow. Also have a video probably in the morning as well. We'll see whether we get through resistance up into the red box again. I'm watching for that. I hope everyone has a great evening. And for those where it's already Tuesday morning, Aussie, Anthony, any others, have a good day. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.